Welcome, weebs, gamers, and nerds alike. Some moments in anime make us stop and stare at the screen in awe of what just happened. These happen when the characters walk away unfazed, do something cold, or inspire such emotion and courage that even the fans want to hop in and follow them off. In today's video, we go over some of these moments that just make you excited and send chills down your spine at what just happened. There will be some spoilers ahead, so be forewarned. Make sure to like and subscribe for more geek content, and without further ado, let's hop into the list. Starting off this list with a bang, we have Erwin's speech, which is one of the most iconic speeches in all of fiction. At this point in this series, a lot has happened, and things are seriously looking grim for the Scouts, even more than usual. While Eren and company are fighting Reiner and Bertolt, Levi, Erwin, and the rest of the Scouts are attempting to handle the Beast Titan. It's an open field and pretty much a guaranteed trip to the afterlife. But by God, does J. Michael Tatum make every single person, scouts and viewers alike, want to get on their horses and ride to victory. It gives literal goosebumps as near death is looming in, and once he gets to the final lines and everyone is racing forward to set up Levi, you could not be more locked in if you tried. This is hands down one of the best moments in this phenomenal series and never fails to just get you hype and excited. Next up, we have Castlevania Nocturne when Alucard shows up. Season 2 is right around the corner, and we are really excited to see what's going to happen after this cliffhanger Season 1 ended on. Everything was going wrong for the group. The big bag Arab spet, who has a name as long as Daenerys, finally gets her new form and brings about the Eternal Night. The main cast is now on the run after being utterly defeated, and the mom is now a vampire, which was really hard to see. Everything is going wrong, and to top it off, Drolta not letting him go. Just when she's about to strike, we see a sword pop in and a zoom out to show an absolutely beautiful scene with Alucard killing Drolta and declaring his name in front of the other vampires. This was so plain awesome. The visuals, the music, everything sets this up as such an exhilarating moment that just makes you excited to see more. Next, we got Asta teaming up with Yami in Black Clover. At this point in the series, we've seen a lot of amazing fights, but none really come close to the level of great choreography, animation, and just sheer feels that Asta taking Yami's katana and going arm in arm to defeat Dante and his devil form had. The Black Bulls were on the ropes when Yami showed up, and then Yami asked Asta for his help, and we see the culmination of all of his training as he manages to keep pace with the captain of the Black Bulls. Then Yami gives him his sword, and the two make one more push, delivering the final decisive blow against Dante, completely obliterating him. If it weren't for some after-fight interference, this would have been even greater, but hey, we'll take what we can get, because this was amazing. Hopefully we'll get word of the anime coming back soon, because this moment was amazing, but there are some great ones in the next arc. Next, we got Ayano Koji fighting Class C in Classroom of the Elite. Season 2 was an interesting one for the show, as it was neither really good nor bad, just kinda there, but this ending just made you get goosebumps with how cool Ayano Koji is. At this point, Class C and Ryuin are wanting to know who the true mastermind behind Class D is, and to do so, they take Karuizawa hostage to try and get some information out of her. When things start taking a bad turn, Ayano Koji finally shows up as calm and cool collected self and throws down an absolute ass whooping. We knew that he was talented, both athletically and intellectually, but this was the first time we've really got to see him fight, and it was so one-sided. By the time he got to Ryuin, he had barely broken a sweat before beating him down and saving Kei. Everyone was on the edge of their seat when this happened, as it really cemented just how badass Ayano Koji is and just how scary he can be. Next, we have Tengen vs Gyataro from Demon Slayer Season 2. Now this fight was just awe-inducing. Tengen was out of the fight, Tanjiro was doing his best, and Zenitsu was pushing Daki to her limit, and everything looked like it was about to go wrong. And then the flashy Hashira himself, minus a hand, comes barging in a way only he can. What ensued was some of the most beautiful, jaw-dropping visuals ever in an anime fight. The Sound Hashira was going blow for blow with the Upper Moon 6, if not exceeding his attacks. The scoring and the choreography melded seamlessly, and when Tanjiro hopped in and helped finish off the Upper 6, it was like the cherry on top. Everybody watching this scene when it came out was just in awe, jaws dropped on the edge of their seats. Can't wait to see what happens next. This fight had everything, from almost losing to the hope resurgence to the final victory. We also got to see the first real use of the Demon Slayer mark from Tanjiro, and while Demon Slayer was already in the limelight, this fight especially just cemented it there and made us all excited for what was to come. Next up, we have Mustang versus Envy in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This moment was a long time coming, and seeing it happen made everyone relieved, with Mustang finally getting his revenge. Throughout this series, Envy has been one step ahead of everyone as he manipulates them to help out Father, even going as far as taking out the loving father Maze Hughes and giving us a tear-worthy funeral and one of Mustang's best quotes about hating the rain. So when him and Hawkeye get a leg up on Envy, it is all the more satisfying, tricking him into going after Hawkeye. And then there's Mustang as he pops out of the hall with a huge fireball and the gloves are off. Burst of flame after burst of flame, snap after snap. The fear on Envy's face as he slowly regenerates less and less after each snap just sends goosebumps. Envy has had this coming for a long time, and no better way to go out than at the hand of Roy Mustang. Now we have a newer one in Yuji destroying Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Just like the last one on this list, this just felt so good. If only Kenjaku wasn't there to ruin things. Yuji watched not only one of his mentors in Nanami, but one of his closest friends too in Nobara die to Mahito, and Toto lost an arm. So after one of the best animated and choreographed fights in anime, we get to see Yuji just staring down Mahito as he tries to slowly crawl away. Yuji starts walking ever so slowly, and then Mahito just starts begging for his life. To see the thing that just took hundreds of lives like nothing, to be on the brink of defeat begging for his life just makes it all the more chilling. And to top it off, the guy who was so adamant against killing tells Mahito that he's going to kill him. We get chills every time Yuji says that line, as it just cements that moment as when Yuji gets ice cold blood in his veins. Now, the newest one on this list, Mech All Might vs. All for One from My Hero Academia Season 7. This is just straight up freaking awesome. 7 had amazing moments and some downright crazy fights all throughout, but the one that tops them all and just gives you goosebumps is this one. All Might, the once feared foe for All for One, is now quirkless, but that doesn't stop him. In order to stall All for One, he stands in his way, knowing that he can't be ignored, and then he dons the coolest mech suit in Iron Man fashion and goes toe-to-toe with him. Every attack is named after one of his students' primary attacks, which just shows how much he cared as a teacher. No matter how much damage he takes, he refuses to stop smiling and pushes on with new tech and attacks, each one getting cooler and cooler. Of course, this is where the season ends, but dang, what an exciting way to end it. Now we have Frieren vs. Aura. Frieren took over the anime world by storm when it came out, and it is currently the highest rated anime show on my anime list, for good reason. We don't see Frieren show off her power much. It's just not the person she is, or the mage she was trained to be. Ever since she met Flame and was taught how to be a mage, she learned she'd have to lie in order to defeat demons. This includes suppressing her mana, which after doing so for 1,000 years, she's gotten pretty darn good at it. So when she faces off against Aura and they have a battle of magical pressure, it's almost a given who's going to win. The dialogue between the two as Aura realizes who Frieren really was, masterfully written. And once the scales shift towards Frieren and she wins, we get one of the coldest lines in recent anime. Both dub and sub do it justice, and we just see Frieren walk off, leaving the audience with chills as to how downright powerful and cold she can be. Last but definitely not least, we have Thorfinn's quote at the end of Season 2 in Vinland Saga. Season 2 of Vinland Saga was nothing short of amazing. Seeing Thorfinn overcome his past and accept what he had done so he can mature and move forward was really something to watch. Of course he didn't do it alone, he had the help of Einar, Arnheid, and even Snake to get to where he was. So when Canute began an attack on the farm where he was finally overcoming who he was, he did what he thought was best and he attempted to go speak with him. Of course, the guards around him didn't know who Thorfinn was, and in order to see him, he had to outlast Drought and take 100 hits. And he took every single hit without so much as a word. By the end, he was a beaten mess, and we got his iconic line as it takes someone who knows violence to really understand peace, and he's going to do his best to end this senseless violence. It ends up working and things somehow actually work out, but this line really shocked everyone as it really signaled just how far Thorfinn had come up to that point. That wraps up our list for some of the most exciting and chill-inducing moments in anime. There are a lot of moments we didn't touch on, so let us know in the comments what some of your favorite are. Check us out on Twitch and TikTok for more geeky goodness. Until the next video, keep on geeking on.